Section 10. Smart Column Overview. What is a smart column? How to create a smart column. How to define a threshold and use this in your smart column to apply conditional formatting. Section 10a. Smart Column Detail. A smart column evaluates a single fact from multiple elements. Although possible, the table this produces is not intended to be visual. Rather, smart columns let you create a single calculation with a table of results that you can use, like on an info panel or in a data sheet matrix. The elements for which you want to invoke the smart column must be included in the actual smart column. Essentially, the smart column is a lookup table of results that you can access. We will create a smart column to show overspent on tutor salaries. The construction of a smart column is like that of an aggregation matrix, in that it is driven by a source query returning a list of results. Using the Designer tab, you can create facts relating to the results of the query to perform calculations on the data. This enables us to group this data by a dimension. For instance, our source query might return a list of all tutors, and we might want to group this by the subject taught dimension to produce a breakdown of the number of tutors for each subject. Section 10b. Creating a smart column. Under Libraries, select Smart Columns and then click on the arrow to the right-hand side to open the side menu. Click on New, and in the title field type Tutor Salary Overspent as the name. Click on the source query and build your query to match the example in the notes. Change type to elements. Drag hashtag tutors from college roles into the box next to the elements and then select Find Children. Press Ctrl S to save your changes. Click on Test on the right hand side to check that your source query returns the intended results. We now want to define the rules for how we are going to use our query data to perform a calculation. First, click on the Designer tab and then click on Add. A pop-up window will open. Click here to start building your expression. Click on Source Value. Navigate to the fields and numbers and select Salary from the listed options. Click OK and then click Execute on the ribbon. Section 10c. Thresholds. Thresholds can provide a quick means of identifying an issue via a visual indicator instead of having to look through various pieces of data on a screen. The first thing you need to do is to determine what the threshold will be for the smart column which we will create in a few minutes. In this scenario, we are looking to identify overspent on tutor salaries. So using a RAG indicator, we could say red is 71,000 or more, amber is 61,000 to 70,999, and green is 60,000 or less. Firstly, we must make a string field for a RAG status. Click File, Manage Repository, and Manage Themes. Find the Tutors element, and on the Definitions tab, select the Fields button. Find Pick List from the left-hand column and create New. Rename your new pick list as RAG, and then add 3 pick types for red, orange, and green. You can change the color, icon, and shape as you want it to be. Click OK and save your changes. Now we've got our RAG status pick list. We next navigate to Libraries/Performance and click the arrow to the right of the Explorer bar to launch the Performance Editor window. On the left of this page from the ribbon, click on Threshold. Right-click anywhere in the light grey section on the left of the Performance Editor window and select New from the pop-up window. Type Salary Overspend Threshold into the threshold name. Set the state pick type to RAG. This is the pick list you created at the previous step. Click on Add a State. Select Red. This will add the red threshold to the list. Repeat the above process for Amber and Green. Set the values for the colours to the following: Red 71,000 to or more. Amber 61,000 to 70,999. Green 60,000 to or less. You should have the following. Please see the notes for how it should look like. Close your performance window and any other tabs which you have opened. Section 10D, RAG status. Under Libraries, click on the arrow to the right of the smart columns. Click on New, and then call your new smart column Salary Overspend RAG status. Click on the Source Query tab. Change Type to Elements, and drag the hashtag tutors elements to Add Elements here. Find Children, and you should have a query which matches the examples in the notes. Click on the Designer tab and select Add. Select Threshold from the top of the pop-up window. Select Salary Overspend Threshold from the list. Click on the box and this will open up a pop-up window. Click on Source Value and select Salary from a list of options. Click on OK to close the window, press Ctrl S to save your changes, and then click on Execute at the ribbon. Because we haven't added an icon to the red, amber, green statuses, it only appears as a list when we execute the query. Section 10 Exercises. Exercise 1. An upcoming event wants to know which locations are suitable, e.g., where has the correct capacity. Create a smart column to show which locations have not enough capacity, have too much capacity, and would fit the event's required capacity well. Exercise 2. An attendee is looking to book a course but only has X amount of money to do so. Taking into account course costs and other fees, which courses are appropriate? Create a smart column to identify which courses the attendee can afford using their money. In all exercises, please see the course notes on how to do them, and for examples of the finished exercise.